Should we do Project 7?
I'm so excited for Project 7.
It's my least favorite one.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. So Project 7 is interesting because it's what TikTok talks about all day.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Project 7 is all of the TikTok financial advice where it's like, do this crazy thing and throw all your money at this thing and it's going to be amazing and you're going to have $10 billion in no time. And anyway, so Project 7 is basically you have earned the right to be as foolish as you want with this set of money over here.
Yeah.
Don't touch anything we've done in Project 1 through 6. But if you still have money left over, you do what you want at this point. Like we've got all, and I say I don't like this project. I'm just teasing. I actually do as well. To me, I like to throw money at an investment every single year that could double, triple, quadruple, maybe be 10x, or could go to zero at any time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Project 7. So if an investment could double or triple or go to zero in a given 12 months to 24 months, that's probably Project 7 type investment. Most of these are non-retirement investments. It's not inside your retirement account that you're doing this. It's you've got a wild hair and you want to try something that's a little bit crazy, and you should go for it at this point, because even if you lose it, I remember a client that had millions and millions of dollars that it was like, hey, I'm really interested in these weird, like, call them penny stocks that are trading at a really low price. And I don't know if it's crazy of me. And I'm like, well, you're talking about $10,000. Like, you could literally burn that with a lighter and it would not be crazy because of your financial situation.
Right.
You know what I mean? It would not change his life. Would it be nice, and would it be a little bit of like rubbing it in our face to everybody else that can't do that? Yes. But the point is, like, it's not going to change his life if he loses money on these penny stocks. And if he wants to do it, great. But that's for sure Project 7. And those 6 projects need to be in place before you take these kinds of risks. So some of the things to think about are you're swinging for the fences, and you need to understand that before you begin any of this. So task 1 is understand the mentality of swinging for the fence. It's all or nothing. Be okay with that, and don't let it affect your life afterwards. So if you have any inclination of, if I lose all this money, my spouse and I aren't going to be able to have as much fun on a date that night, you shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah. Well, and it's not even like the financial side of we're not going to be happy. It's that mental, I think, is what you're talking about, of like, if it hurts you to lose money, period. Yeah, it just doesn't seem like this would be the good spot for people. Which you said you could stop it. You could stop it
after 5.
Project 5 if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I'd suggest people do some of 6 because 6 is still quite prudent, you know, and we're not doing anything crazy there. We're just taking advantage of the many options ways of making money outside of retirement savings. Okay, so some of the ideas in this category. You could concentrate into private investments and alternatives. Some of those you might consider Project 6, but some of them, depending on how you're structuring into private investments, are definitely Project 7.
What would that mean? What does a private investment entail?
Well, there are a lot of private equity funds out there and alternative funds out there where they're diversifying across many, many different, like, it's hard to explain.
Is that a
quickly.
fund? Is that something where, like, I could be an angel investor? Is that what? Or is that falling outside of this?
Let's
category?
try to use words that don't include venture and angel and all these things that people don't know. But you are giving money to someone to then invest in businesses or lend to businesses or like hedge against certain activities or hedge against commodities. Commodities meaning like corn, wheat, precious metals, like all those things that are raw materials. Mm-hmm. So all of those activities, you're giving money to somebody that says, we know how to do that. That person's saying, we know how to do this really, really well. Give us your money and then we're going to do it really, really well. And they're going to charge you a pretty good fee on that, and more so than most investment managers would. And most of the time they charge you a percentage of the gains in addition to an advisory fee on it. It's called 2 and 20, 2% fee, 20% of the gain. Okay. And those are like giving money to a fund. Now, that's a fund. That's going to be less risky. That's more like Project 6. Now, there are some private money managers out there that will say things like, give us your money and we're going to actually set up one business. We're going to launch one business, and your money is dependent on that business succeeding or failing. That is way different than give us your money and we're going to buy 40 different businesses that have proven track records. And, private equity is typically they're buying businesses that are already profitable and they're trying to buy them and enhance those profits and then sell them for more. Venture capital is usually they're losing money already and they're hoping to throw a bunch of money at the problem and turn it into this big thing that they can sell later. They don't even care if they're making money in the business or not. So that's some of the difference between venture capital and private equity. Those definitions are mine and not official. Let's put it out there.
Yeah.
But anyway, the idea, I have put money with very specific individuals who are like, I'm setting up these businesses and complete to zero, like complete all the way to zero, and lost all of it. And I made two really great friends out of one of those investments, and we hung out together a lot as a result of it. And it's a weird way to think of it, but it was a lot of money to create those friendships. But I really, really love those people, and it deepened those relationships, and we like to laugh about it. And our wives give us a lot of flack for it too. But anyway, so that's kind of my mentality on that one. But that's only because I was able to get through those first projects, right? Where I know like I'm not putting my retirement savings that's needed to go in project 3 into this project 7 idea. It's just like, it doesn't matter at that point. Okay, other ideas would be like really speculative real estate or land. Like you're buying a piece of property that is like way out in weird places and might be valuable in the future or might not, who knows, like if you actually have the legal deed on that property or not, you know what I mean? Like that's very different than I bought some land in the center of a city or nearby and things like that. That's more project 6. And then concentrating into fewer stocks. So even though it might be a brokerage portfolio, it still could be considered project 7 if it's a pretty big bet on a high risk individual stock. And other high growth potential investments you could throw in there. I think that's about it for now.
Digital currencies.
Yeah, for sure. Those are hard because a lot of people really believe in those a lot. If it's not one of the top 2 or 3 or 4 digital currencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, I would start to say anything beyond those 2, you're starting to get to the point where it's like, that's probably 7. And even those 2, they're so volatile. And depending on your belief set, you might think it's project 6, and that's fine. I wouldn't, this is me personally, but I just don't count on digital currencies as a method of my must-work retirement savings. That is more of 6 and 7, and for me, it's a little more of 7. Other people would consider it 6.
This is, again, we embarked on this journey a long time ago, and I feel like, especially as we had the conversation in the past, I came to you with this question. You've gone through the conversation. You've got your book. I have felt like this gives me somewhere to start. It gives me a place where I kind of know where I am in this train or journey or wherever it is and my next steps. So for me personally, and I hope for everybody watching, they find this helpful, right? And that they can use the book, use this conversation, use whatever you need to really make money a tool for you and help it get you your passions in life rather than being a slave to it.
For sure. So your job is be action oriented. Like whatever you can do in this line, in this list of items, do it. That is your next step. Congratulate yourself for having made any progress, and don't beat yourself up for wherever you're at, because everybody's at different parts on this train, right? And then that's the next thing, is just get on the train. Get on the train as soon as you can and start to take some action within these categories. So if you're confident in that much and you're kind to yourself, you get on the train and start to make progress. And then be aware that you're going to be able to take deeper breaths as you work through these projects. It's stressful, it's scary, it's intense at the beginning, you're frustrated, but every project that you work through, it's like you get to breathe slower and slower and slower, and then you can lose money in project 7 and not even care. So that's where you get to that mentality is way different than the project 1 mentality.
Right.
financial planning, any financial planning you do is going to be beneficial for you. But doing financial planning in the right order is where it becomes life-changing. That's where it matters. And that's where, like I'm saying, you're going to make progress doing any of this. But if you can do it in this order we've given you, you're doing it the right way.
That's awesome.
And then you had other questions maybe.
Well, you've got a book. So I would hope to, one, I'll put a link in the description of this video. It'll be on Amazon.
Yeah, I should get this is a proof copy. This is when I marked one up like this, and then I should get another proof copy tomorrow. And if everything printed right, then we should be good to go. Like within a week or two, I'll just make it live on Amazon.
And just a behind the scenes for everybody. I mean, this is being recorded. It'll take me some time to edit this and then put it in a package that is usable. So by the time they're watching this, it will be available and they can download it on the link. Or will you have it on a website, or is it
For sure. Yeah. So currently there is a landing page already for all of this on thefinancialcall.com. In order to make it easy, once this book goes live, though, we'll put it up there at the top. You'll see 7 prosperity projects. And if you just Google 7 prosperity projects, I'm really hoping that works. If not, then go to Amazon or go to
Just
the Financial
link,
Call, and you'll find it there. Follow a link on your YouTube channel. Should be fun. We'll see how it goes.
That's great. And then I do want to end with this. We keep it at the end because this isn't the purpose of what we do here in terms of a sales approach. But if somebody's going through these projects and they want help, take us through who they can reach out to and what you can help with.
Yeah, as a result of this whole process, we're building out like a 7 prosperity project assessment for people internally. So I think we'll end up incorporating this into our advisory practice pretty well. We already conceptually do all of this, but like a real checklist and things like that will be helpful. We hired 3 financial advisors 2 weeks ago. We have 18 now, about 58, I think, employees overall. So we have a team of specialized folks that do this day in and day out. And if somebody wants to get to know Capita Financial Network is our firm. And I'm the president of the firm. I work closely with our CEO and our COO and our CFO and make sure that all of us are pushing the mission forward, which is deliver superior financial planning to as many households as possible. Whether you become a client or not, we're just delivering superior financial planning to as many households as possible. And that's the goal. That's why we're here, right? Because we get to talk about this stuff and reach a lot of people.
And you can help in all 50 states?
For sure.
Okay. Well, Zach, this has been awesome. Thank you. I hope that everyone appreciates it. I know I do. And can't wait to have you back.
Thanks, Eric. It's been fun.